Thank you for staying with us on the program. The Nigerian Senate has received a fresh list of 7 ministerial nominees sent by President Bola Tinubu for consideration, screening and confirmation. The list contains the names of the new ministerial nominees and was transmitted to the Senate through a letter that was read by the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, at plenary on Thursday. President Tinubu reshuffled his cabinet on Wednesday, discharging 5 of his 47 ministers and appointing 7 fresh persons as ministers pending Senate confirmation. President Tinubu's request has been submitted to the Committee of the Whole for immediate consideration. Let's talk some more about this. Policy analyst and economist Saheed Ajadi joins me on the program via Zoom. Mr. Ajadi, good to have you join us. A major reshuffling happening there. And as an economist, I'm curious as to what your take is, regarding this move by the president, and especially the move, for instance, with the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment now designated as Minister of State for Finance.
Thank you for having me. Good evening, Nigerians. It's a plus for Nigeria. Like the last time I was on here, I told you that it's important to rejig the cabinet so that we can have the best of hands and the best of performance from the individuals, and that whoever is not performing should go home. You see, the reality is that the president has just 4 years to give to Nigeria what he plans for us, and that a year has been spent already, getting to 2 years, and so it's a perfect timing to change the ministers. And for me, it's a plus for the president. What it means now is that whoever is been nominated would have to do the right thing and be prepared to work. And the thinking cap must be put on in order to serve Nigeria. This is no more kids' love and child's play. And so whoever was at the FEC meeting yesterday will know that there's no free lunch. Nigeria is not about you just being a minister anymore. You have to do the job and you have to perform. And so for the economy now, what it means for the economy is that we are sending a clear message to the world that we're ready for work and we know what we're doing. Countering what the World Bank said last week, saying that the Naira is blah, 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 one of the best, most horrible currencies. I don't want to say it. Because for me, these are statements that we need to be careful about. World Bank cannot just continue to run down the serious work that the president and the economic team are doing. The same day World Bank made that statement, the Naira devalued from 1678 to 1,710. So it means that accountability must also be a standard for international organizations to just not run their mouth about Nigeria. We are a sovereign state, and we believe in the president, and we believe in Nigeria, and we know that this is the right step in the right direction. And so we should give our president the chance to actualize what his plans are.
I hear you, Mr. Ajadi. Yes, I hear you, but do you now expect to see major policy changes in the economy, with this rejigging that has just, that is taking place?
That's what I'm saying. You see, when the rejigging is being done, we have to be careful with the international Brentwood companies. You see, the president is putting his best for Nigeria, and you can see from get-go, as soon as he came back from his leave, he's had meetings with the people that are supposed to check the performance of the ministers. He has been well briefed by the military. He has been well briefed by the Minister of Finance, and that is what was leading to the rejigging on yesterday. We saw what we believe. I strongly believe, as a patriotic Nigeria, that the president is putting square pegs in square holes, stage by stage. Things have been very bad.
All right.
And so for us to move back from where we were and to a good position, it takes a little bit of time. It's not automatic. And so all hands must be on deck, including us. And that is why I'm stating categorically that we have to checkmate the Brentwood companies and their statements.
All right, Mr. Ajadi. Let me quickly come in. You've spoken about this being, putting square pegs in square holes and round pegs and round holes. But what do you say about the redeployment of the Minister of Sport, to the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment as Minister of State?
You see, for me, there must have been a recommendation before that was made. There are individuals and organizations of government that are saddled with monitoring the ministerial appointment and monitoring performance. We have to understand that the person that has given this task to individuals, and he has been briefed on their own analysis and their recommendations. It is based on recommendations of this group and this panel that he did what he did. So it means invariably that the individual that was moved to this particular ministry must be well grounded in the ministry they are putting to now rather than where he was before. So for me, we'll give 6 months. We cannot say anything contrary to what he has said now until performance. You see, when we speak, speaking is very, very fickle. But when the actions are being done and we are seeing the results of it by their own actions for 6 months, then the president can situate again and say, okay, this person that we put here must be better here, so let us leave him here. For instance, this is not the last of the process that we're seeing. It's just a start. For me, I feel it's just a start. There is still going to be reshuffling in that cabinet because it is not everybody that is doing the right thing. However, when you are governing leadership, you have to be careful how you also change baton so that it doesn't affect what is being done and what is going on with the policy of government. That is why I think this is just a step towards getting everyone together. For instance,
all right, Mr. Jadi, before you give that example, please, let me quickly come in here. There have been lots of complaints really from Nigerians, and it's been on for a long time. And so for many Nigerians, they were not actually surprised that that move happened. And, just before the rejigging also, the president had indicated that these ministers really do need to go out there and let people know what they're doing. So do you think their firing is as a result of them not allowing people know what they've done or because they did not meet up with expectations?
Two things there. The two issues are important. When you're working, you need to let people know you're working. You should have a team as a minister. You have a media aid, you have personal assistants, special assistants, and all of that. What are they doing? If you're on the field, they should be with you, and journalists should be with you to see what is being done, because this is public. It is not a private initiative. It is you are a public servant. So we should be able to know each step you're taking on behalf of the president and on behalf of Nigerians. So for me, it's a flaw if you are not out there showing Nigerians what you're capable of doing. The ministers need for us, that's why I said talk is cheap. We need to see the action. Nigeria needs help. The president needs help. And the people that must be there now are people that are patriotic and ready to work. It's not about grandstanding or wearing agbada or wearing suit and all of that. No, it's about working, service to Nigeria. Because if in 6 months you have not done what Mr. President has told you to do, some of us will shout again and say, please, retake your cabinet. We still have another chance to do it again.
Okay, then. Yes, and I was going to ask you also about, your confidence and expectation in this new set of people. Do you see them as the perfect set of people to bring the needed change, in the system?
There's no perfect human being to start with. So the president is just trying to do something, make Nigeria work, and he can only do it with Nigerians. And so the set of people that has been pushed forward now as ministers, they are patriotic Nigerians that we should give the chance to perform. I repeat myself, let us give them the opportunity. 6 months down the line, we will be able to know if the square pegs are actually square holes or is the wrong set of people. Because if you don't allow people to work, how do you know if they're competent or not? There's no perfection, but there is hard work to be done. So whoever amongst them, it's an opportunity as a Nigerian to be a minister. So if you are given the opportunity, prove yourself. That's it. If you are not able to prove yourself, go home. That's it.
So you're setting a benchmark of 6 months. Let's see, how it goes. We know that already the list has been received by the Senate and the screening would happen. We'll wait to see how it all pans out. Policy analyst and economist Saheed Ajadi, thank you for joining us on the program.
Let me give you an adage that goes like this. You are planning to go crazy, and you are planning to go crazy in 10 years. When do you want to go crazy? The reality now is that Nigeria needs these people now. Let us see them work. If they are not ready to work, they are so many people.
All right, we're watching to see what they do. Thank you very much, Mr. Jadi, for talking to us today. Thank you. But that's our program today. We thank you very much for being a part of it. A repeat broadcast would be airing at midnight and at 6 a.m. I am Abosede Adenira Deremi. Bye for now.